Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today or tonight. My name is Rochelle, and I'm from Stamping. I teach you how to make cards and paper crafting projects using Stamping Up products. And tonight, I'm sharing a project with the Cheerful Daisies bundle. Apologies for running a touch late. I've just literally walked in the door about 5 minutes ago, so it was a crazy rush to get everything organized. But I am glad to be here, and I hope you've had a good day, and maybe you have enjoyed a long weekend as well, just gone if you're in Melbourne, uh, due to Cup Day. Let me know if you're watching with me, and say hi. And if you're watching even on YouTube, I appreciate it. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and so you can be notified. I do some YouTube lives as well. So then it gives you an opportunity to get those notifications direct to you. And you won't miss any of my lives. So I will show you what we're going to be creating a variation on this card, but pretty much I just mainly want to share with you some techniques and things like that. Just bear with me while I just share this to my Facebook groups. And sometimes okay, here we are. So this is the card we are making. It's not even live on my blog yet. It will be in a little bit, but it's what we've done for Blog Hub today. But you're getting a sneak peek because you are watching with me tonight. So you're in luck. I'm showing you how to make it. And there's a few techniques involved in this. It's a little bit more involved, but it's a fun card. And if you want to create projects that are a little bit more wow, I'm here to show you how and how without much the basics of getting it, how to elevate your projects and how to make them just to learn those simple techniques that will make that you'll even make you proud to give them out and share that joy with others. I'm opening a brand new pack of Stamping Dimensionals because I'm clean out and it's so nice to be able to get a fresh pack of Stamping Dimensionals. I tell you what, it's so nice to crack open one of them. So there we are. All right. So let me know if you have the Cheerful Daisies funnel in your back bucket of goodies now, which I got. And I will change the camera around so you can have a look at. All right, that is a bit crooked. Let's get that straight. So let me show you a quick sneak peek of this as well. We're going to just do it in another colorway, pretty much the same, but a little bit different. So the Cheerful Daisies can be found in our annual catalog. And it's got a whole bunch of dies that go with it as well, which I'll be die cutting today. So for the daisies, we're going to be doing some of the stamping and then layering as well. So let me get some basic white cardstock. I've just got a bigger piece here. I'm going to mount my stamps because you do need a few of the stamps, and I didn't want to pre-mount them. So you get the outer and the inner. So the outline you can use to color in with stamping blends, or you can I've used it to just fill in the image. Now, maybe you might think I don't need to do all that, and that's fine. It's just what I chose to do on this particular project, and I ran with that. Plus, I did some layering as well. So we'll bring in our piercing mat. Because it's a photopolymer stamp, photopolymer is this clear stamps and then that it's not the rubber stamp, so it just gives you more cushioning. Get a few of our ink pads. Okay, so now for the ink pads, I'm going with the same colors as my original project. I've got early espresso, and I think I used that for my outline. And then I did have pecan pie, but I may have to switch it around, but we'll see. I've got daffodil delight, which I'll be using, some calypso coral, and Cajun grace. So I might switch that pecan. We'll see. And I will have some berry burst after. All right, so put that aside. We're going to start with the early espresso outline. Let me know how your day has been going. I've been busy preparing for a class, and it's going to be the very cute class. So keep an eye out. I will have that out tomorrow. For this will probably be my. Sorry, that was meant to be this will probably be my last Christmassy class. You can register for the gift tags class, which is in person on the 18th, and get a kit mailed out. But this will be my last mail out class. Then December comes, we'll be doing non-Christmassy stuff, because by the time the class gets mailed out, it'll just be that touch late for your Christmas projects. Okay, so Daffodil Delight. Looking up, and then I'm going to bring Calypso Coral and just a sponge dauber, and I'm going to add a bit of color in the middle there. All right. Now, this guy is here. Just get your head over it if you can, and just stamp like that, and it's really pretty. It comes up really nice. Now, the same thing we're going to do with the smaller ones, okay? So they have outline and a fill-in image. Make sure it sticks down. So we'll do the outline in early espresso, and I'll do it for that little half flower as well. You can use the half on a whole border. It will come up really nice. Now we'll go with the fill-in image of the medium-sized flower with Daffodil Delight, and again with Calypso Coral. I'm just going to go around like that. And then with the little ink up with Daffodil Delight and the Calypso Coral. And fill in with image. So no coloring involved, it's just automatically does all that for you. What I'm going to do is just fill in that a bit. It's not going to be too visible, but I'm just going to do a little thing in sponge dauber. Set that aside. Hi, Marilyn. You're actually watching live. I am. You've you've made live. So great to see you here. It is a pretty bundle, isn't it? And I think it was a good time for me to divert from all the Christmas stuff we're doing at the moment and have a bit of a break from the Christmas stuff, maybe because we still need birthday cards and things. Birthdays won't stop. The people who are born on December 25th need birthday cards. Don't forget them. So, so all these little cards, just adding some more sheet. So standalone, these are nice. I'm layering them, and you're probably going to the way I'm layering it. You always a little bit of that stamping, but I just did. You will see the outlines of things, and it does cover up a bit of that stamping. But that was my personal choice to do that. It lends to the feeling of the image there. That and one more. So we'll die cut all them. I just received a note. I went to the post office just before like this live, and I collected my. I got the 99 bundle, so I only got half of the suite. And I can't wait to play with it. It's got the manger scene and all that, and I can't wait to play with that one. So let's go in this way. Down. My troubled brain. We're all busy and we don't know. Sometimes we don't know what day it is, isn't it? It's just crazy. And I think some of us, when we had a day off in the middle, we that even adds to more confusion. All right, so we've die cut that. Now, what I'm going to do is do some more die cutting, and I'll show you the actual. So you get this die, right? In its entirety. It comes in one piece. I'm going to cut one of them. I'm also going to die cut. I'll pull these out. These are all like layering pieces, and I'm just die cutting them out of white, and it'll all come together in a little. But I'm just trying to get all the die cutting done. And there's one more. It's the little one. Okay, so just so you can see, those are the pieces I've got. And actually, in my order, I've got new plates as well, but I just didn't have time to unpack it. That would be. So let's run this through twice. To make sure that it comes through okay. So you can use that as is, that whole piece. I've got that. I've got that. Got this piece and the little piece. Now, I do want another set of this leaf, which is here. So I'm just going to put that through again, just to get a set of the leaves. Ideally, Let's put it in this way. See if we can save some paper. I don't. Okay. I only want those. I might get a couple sets of leaves. And I'm showing you in its entirety. And so I won't need that flower, but we've got another leaf. And I'll get another set of leaves here. Get rid of all that scrappy bits there. I'm just showing you because I could have died cut them earlier, but then I kind of don't know what I'm doing. So sometimes process is good to watch. If you're watching the replay, you can fast forward if it's if you don't need to see that. I'll take your tool. I think that's all we need for now. It's always interesting when I have to recreate this card because cards like this, because as I'm creating, I don't realize how many steps I've done, and I'm just doing it. And I have to recreate it. I go, okay, I did this and I did that. So there we go. So far we have our flowers in there. We've got this one, and so that's the one in full. Just remove that. Then I'm going to chop this off because I only need the leaves. Same with this. And then we've got these 3 little bits. So it's basically like 3 bits of the flower, like 3 layers. So for this, I'm going to cut them apart. So I just prefer how it lays out when I cut it apart. And it gives me more freedom to arrange it how I like. And then I'm not bound to that configuration. So then you should take your pick tool, and I'm not overly fast if some of those little holes stay closed. Sometimes that just adds to a little bit of texture and character. And then we've got our 3 leaves there. So I'll bring in the blending brush to do some blending with Daffodil Delight. I know it's got some, it looks like it's got brown, it's just the stain. So I'll bring in my 3 flowers. I'm going to blend them. For me, blending just gives you a different depth of color, and it's just not one flat color as if you were to cut from cardstock. You can cut it from cardstock, like you're definitely like cardstock, then you're not going to get variation in your color. You could blend over card, definitely like cardstock. I just chose this. There are various ways you can do this, but totally your choice. Now again, I'm going to add some blending on this piece. You can use all three, you can use two, you can use one. That's the good thing with this flower. There's several options. You don't have to die cut at all. You can just stamp the daisy directly on the card. And it can be nice, simple stamping, just some a basic stamping project. I've sort of bumped it up a bit on this project. Now I'll bring in our orange. And we'll go with Calypso Coral. Okay. Just take off some excess and start off light, and then you can blend in. So I'm going to go from the center out. You can use a sponge rubber too, but I feel I get a better blend with my blending brush. Next is this. So I'm going to add more depth in that center. It takes a bit more time, but I think it gives a nicer effect. But whatever you like, do it how it works for you, and time wise, what does it's supposed to be relaxing. So do what it's not relaxes you. Now I'm going to bring these ones, and these are the ones that sit on top. I'm going to add quite a bit more stronger color here. So to give you an idea how this is going to sit, that's going to sit like that, right? And then, see, I will be covering some of that, but I still have that early espresso on the side with the layers, so that's what I wanted to see. I'm going to add a bit more. These are autumn colors. The theme for our book was autumn, so that's why we have chosen it. But I only had with autumn sets. I didn't have really any autumn sets as such. I had the Persian tree, which has some nice leaves in it. I thought I've really used that set so much. And I thought, no, let's do daisies in autumn colors for something a little bit different. So now I'm going to leave the Calypso Coral open in case I want to use it again. Just getting rid of the big bits out. Okay. So how this is going to layer is like that. And like that, okay. On my previous card, I have stuck them down together. Sometimes I leave it sitting up. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue. So as I said, you can just use that if you wanted to. You don't have to cover it up. If you offset a bit, you can see the brown under. So don't fully stick it down. And even if it's slightly off, it doesn't matter. It's a flower after all. So that's my card, my flower assemble. So you can still see that under a little bit, not much, but it'll come together. But it avoids having a stark white bottom or with no character. So this guy goes here. Please ask me any questions you have. Happy to help you. If you're in Australia, these products are available in my online store. You can order it online or you can order by contacting me if you don't particularly like to do the online ordering. I can do that and order it. Also, if you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, you can each week I share a tutorial on the Sunday. So that's my main newsletter goes out on a Sunday. Sometimes I do have in between ones when there's specials and things so that you get to know them first. But my main newsletter goes out on a Sunday. Have you been catching my daily updates with the 30-day Christmas card making challenge? Hi, John. Nice to see you. Is it John or is it someone else in the name? Great to see you. Um, um, if yeah, I've been doing the 30-day card making challenge, Christmas card making challenge. It's run by Martin Stone at Martin's Mayhem, and for the entire month of November, he has a different theme, and we're making Christmas cards. So you can join in. Anyone can join in. Take part whenever you feel like it, with whatever supplies you have. So that's the idea. Just have some fun. Use whatever you have. So I am using some of my retired stamp sets. Um, just I've called it my nostalgic November, and I'm creating some retired creating using mainly a retired stamp set and mixing it with current products. So check that out. Um, lots of inspiration. So even if you don't have the stamp set, you can use something you already have or a new product. I'm now blending old olive ink over my leaves. Again, I cut it from old olive cardstock. You can do that. Um, this is how I prefer to do my leaves, but if you wanted to save some time, just cut it from old olive cardstock, and that would work. All right. And the good thing when you blend is then you can make it darker in some sections and lighter in some sections. Okay, so now we've got that done. For our card base, I have got Berry Burst this time. Before, my previous one was Asia Afternoon, and I wanted to use a Berry Burst card base. So I am going with Berry Burst. Just to sometimes to see what the variation is like and check it out and see what how each colorway works. So let me get my Berry Burst. And I'm using this mask. It's we call it mask. In other words, for stencils. And I'm going to layer a piece of Berry Burst on top of that Berry Burst card base. Right? Sorry. And when you do that, by adding layer on layer, it gives you the same tone on tone, adds more depth to your project. So we'll lay that on there. If you wanted to make sure it doesn't move, get some washi tape, put it on the back of your card stock so that it doesn't rip anything. So then you can straighten it, like keep your, you know which way you're gonna have it straight. I generally don't tape it, but this will help. You could even go the other way on your, stick that down. All right. Now we'll go in with our berry burst. Again, I just take the ink off a bit. I can see that that's a touch crooked. So let's, it might be a bit hard to see what's going on because it is the same color as your card base. Just hold your brush from there, just with a bit more control. So just a very slight color there. If you wanted to go over, you could go back over and do it again. My berry burst is, I haven't used it much, I have to say. I'm going to do it a little bit darker. And if I have not aligned it right, I can always switch the side until the card's not quite, because it is a bit tricky. That's a bit better. I might be a touch out, but it'll do, I think. Now the next piece I've got is a piece 7.5 by 11 centimeters. I'm going to bring up my trimmer. So if you have got a trimmer, if you haven't got one in your card making, please make sure you get one. I would say that's one of the first things you need. So just to get straight lines. So you've got this piece, place your right hand side at the 2 centimeter mark, or if you've got a Stampin' Up! Trimmer on that side, and place the other one on the cutting line. And you're gonna cut it, right, to give you that nice angle. Because that's what's gonna sit there. We're going to emboss that piece with a leaf fold 3D embossing folder. So thanks, Marilyn. I'm glad you like that. Please use that tip with the washi or what masking tape, whatever you've got. It does help stop moving. So that you kind of need 3 hands, isn't it, when you're doing things like that. So this was to go with my autumn colors and things. I thought, oh, I'll use the fall embossing folder. So that's a 3D embossing folder. And I will bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. And we'll bring in plate 4 for embossing with that. And if I love adding texture, and just all this just for me is I I just love to add all those bits and pieces to make it just look nicer and add some extra detail. So now I'm using Cajun. I've decided not to use pecan, so I'll go with Cajun craze, and I think it'll be work nice against that berry burst. And we're just going to run it over some of this embossing with the blending brush. Right? It's going to pick up on that just very little. I'm going to do it a little on that top section, not much. Some little details there. I've got this very vanilla and black gingham. So this is from the mini catalog. It is in the Joy of Christmas suite, so it's part of a Christmassy suite. But so I say gingham, just gingham. We've got the black and white one as well. Gingham just goes with everything, doesn't it? It's just one of those things that just works. And the black and white or the very vanilla. I just thought it added to that fall that um, character of this card. So adding it in here. Just take a piece. Just towards the top. I've just added some tearing tape or double-sided tape to attach that. I'm trying to find my ribbons, but I'm amazed that I'm finding anything on this table at the moment. I've got ink pads everywhere. I've got 3 pairs of regular scissors on here. Are you a messy worker like me? So we're going to stick that down there. And then we can add the colors and see how that looks. So ideally, what I'm looking at doing is having this, but I want to take away that starkness of that edge. So I'm going in with that Calypso Corally color, which has like browns and oranges on that brush. So I'm just taking that edge off. And it adds more depth when you give some definition around those flowers. It gives shadow, and it creates that little depth. So we're looking at that, something like that. And I do need to do a bit more die cutting, which I forgot about. But some leaves. Can never have too much. Well, you can. So that's basically it, and we're going to get the sentiment here. So, what do you reckon? Should we put Old Olive, um, or Kitchen Craze Sentiment piece cardstock? Let me know. What do you think? We're going to hit emboss the sentiment, but let's get a piece of, I don't know, Old Olive and see how that would work. My other card had Kitchen Craze on it, whether Old Olive would be better on this, just because of the color combo. Hi, Fiona. How are you? Good to see you. All right. All right. So I'm taking the wishing you the brightest birthday. So don't forget the December birthday. Versamark, and we'll get our embossing buddy, which comes in the toolkit, the embossing additions toolkit. All right, so we're trying old olive. We'll see how it goes. And this guy doesn't want to stick on. That happens. It just needs a bit of a clean. He's just missed to clean it, or just soap and water. But I recommend when you do that, don't do it over the sink because you don't want to lose your stamps down the sink. I haven't done it, but I always have this fear. Maybe put it in a what do you, um, little ball or something like that. Imagine if one of them went down the sink. That'd be bad. So I'll bring my heat gun. Just heating it on setting 2 because the stamping up heat gun. You can see the changing. You can see the one side on top. Hey, Sunday. See you. I'm going. Now, let me put my sometimes doesn't want to come away. Put this away just in case. It's like that iPad being open, asking for trouble. I'll put that away. And I'll get some extra old olive and I'm going to die cut some extra leaves. We've got this little kind of like a branchy kind of thing, but you can. I did toss up whether to do it in brown or like an early espresso or something, but I think the old olive is better. This is a good little label, that, and you can use this with other sentiments. I generally put my dies with like labels and things at the front of my die container so I can easily get to them. Our cards going together. So on Saturday, I have join me on YouTube for my 12 weeks of Christmas. This is, oh goodness, I think it's week 7. It's going fast. So I've got a fun poll for you this Saturday. So join me there. And I'm thinking, oh, I might have to use that new bundle I got today. It's a bit exciting. Fiona's been doing some beautiful projects with that bundle. I'm good too. I've been doing well. Um, uh, let's do three lots of these leaves or sprigs or whatever you want to call them. I'm just putting them on the side here. I'll show you. I can. And if you've got like half, I don't know, like if it's half broken, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna hide behind, so you can use some scrap for this. And one more. Always like to have extra rather than not enough, so that I got to assemble my piece. I'm not rounding around. I have plenty. So our gift tags class, which coming up, I was mentioning, we're going to use the sending share bundle, but I'll be creating 15 gift tags, um, five, three each of 5 designs. So that should be fun. That's a really cute bundle. I am then hard about it, and then I decided, yep, gotta have it because I saw some really fun stuff done with it. Do you get influenced by the things you see people do with things? Like, oh, I wasn't sure, but now I need it. Okay, now bring back our piece. So I will place the sentiment first, because then we can work around it. So nice to have some new dimensionals, goodness. It's the little thing. Somewhere there. The old olive doesn't last against that berry burst, I think. I'm just thinking maybe I'll push it a bit more to the left so we have a bit more room for our flowers. So I'm positioning it in such a way so that the petal is just sticking over the sentiment, a touch. And I just put one dimensional because then it gives you room to stick something, stick the leaves under and do what you need to do. I'll have one here. And then a little one here. So I still haven't put it on a card base yet, but we'll get there. Glue. Don't squeeze too hard with this. For me, this is a newish glue, so if you're using a glue, just go slow with it, and then it'll. So one there. So I'll put all three of these and two of the others. So then we have like 5 sets of leaves for an odd bunch. One guy's gonna stick there. And then we'll have one lot here. So now we've got these guys, but sometimes they're a little bit too widespread, so I cut them down, and you can cut them in little blocks like that. So then you get sort of smaller bits which can go in easier in places. Sometimes you don't need the whole thing there. Then I'm gonna cut this slot again, and you can use the small one if you wanted to. And because I only put that dimensional right in the middle, I can still lift that flower a bit. That's why I do it, do my flower arranging like that. Because it's hard to place everything before you know where to put it. So it just gives me that extra room. Um, maybe. And if you need to put it back together, it doesn't matter. You just put a few sprigs. I'm just cutting them down. I don't think I want all that. I think kind of need something here to balance out. Mm. Right. I don't know. Not sure about that one. He doesn't want to stay in there. Feels like it's missing something. Maybe somewhere here. Maybe he's too scrawny. That one. He doesn't want to come in there. I just feel it needs a little bit of something in there. And I'm just tucking it right in so it doesn't look sparse. And maybe one just in the corner. Thanks for sticking with me while I work this out. I'm just you can see where my brain is sometimes. And even though it's the same cut I've done, it just looks a little bit different on this one, and that's why I'm on this particular card, the flowers are just a touch different. So it's funny that the arrangement is not quite the same. All right, so now I'll put a bow. Hands are sticky. get a glue dot. So the vanilla ribbon's fine because it's against all the yellowy tones it kind of goes. And then we have to stick this on our card base. You could even copy it on dimensionals if you want to, but I'm just going to stick it straight down. And then we'll put some embellishment in that. It's not straight. Just getting rid of that lip from, just that my blade was old when I cut it, and gets rid of that edge. And that's what I used in the previous card. I'm not sure what I want that again. Maybe we could try it. You can see I've used a fair bit. Maybe these bronzy ones. So for the inside of the card, I'm not going to show you, but all I will do is some of that mask. I'll show you how I did it on my Asia afternoon card. So I just did a bit of mask on the inside on the envelopes. So that's basically what I did. Which combination you prefer? The flowers were pretty much the same colors, but I've just done the base different, and your the sentiment on a different panel. But other than that, the card is pretty much the same. Do you have a preference? I just thought I'll try something a little bit different with a different color. The sentiment is from the Cheerful Daisies. It is this one. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Yeah. So that's why the it's nice fit for that. And even that's nice too, but yeah. So it's just one bundle that I've used. So it's easy for purchase and everything. You just have to, if you wanted to create that, we'll just take that one bundle. When you purchase it as a bundle, you get 10% off the bundle price rather than purchasing separate the stamp set and the dies. Purchase it together. Fiona, you like Very Burst? I'm quite pleasantly surprised at how this turned out. I haven't actually used Very Burst on my side, but it's nice to try something different. And Marilyn, you can't decide. You like them both. Well, you'll just have to make them both then and try it out and see what it. That's why it's good sometimes. I think to try different colors and see for yourself what you never know. You might combo you will like. So yeah, give it a go. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Really good to see you all and having a chat and on this Wednesday night. I look forward to catching up with you on Sunday. So Sunday is the same time, not Sunday, Saturday. Goodness, I'm confusing myself and you. So Saturday, 7:30 on my YouTube channel. So jump on, subscribe, and you will be notified then when I go live. Um, so that's the easiest way, but that'll go direct to YouTube. Hop on and say hi to me as well, and come and chat with me. We'll be making Christmas card for our 12 weeks of Christmas or the Christmas project. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll catch up with you again. Bye bye.